Yo, good day, good vibes, good people. I'm Jay Hollins.
This is Sean.
Welcome to episode 24 of Fake Decent the podcast.
It's fake decent.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Let's get to this motherfucking docket this week. Let's start out with all these extravagant ass proms, man.
I don't want to.
So my thing is, are black folks doing too much for their graduates for prom? I mean, I've seen some over extravagant shit. Motherfuckers done bought out horses and carriages, and I seen the little dude with the orange shit with the whole sheer cape.
Ooh, baby. That was the first thing came to mind. Yes, and it wasn't orange. It was orange.
Oh, okay. It was naranja.
Yeah, yes, it was. It was. I saw some stuff that I thought wasn't even gonna fit in the damn car. It's like, how you gonna ride with that?
That one chick looked like a peacock.
They had, yes, with the blue and the purple.
She was
and
like,
then
yeah,
there was
you
one
see
chick that
it,
looked
you
like
see it.
she looked like the villain from The Little Mermaid. It was all spread out and personally, do what you do. I wouldn't be doing all of that. There's bigger
y'all
fish
got
to fry.
Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and
Absolutely. And you talking about for
prom.
one day, for 4 hours. And then at this point, we so restricted with everything that we do with the pandemic, you really can't even get your money's worth like that. I personally wouldn't do it, but congratulations to you all who are.
Congratulations.
A part of it.
Them PPP loans been real good to y'all.
Man,
Yeah.
PP been
Shit, they
popping.
was doing it before then.
They was doing it before
they
that.
were.
I'm just waiting on the motherfucker to bring a giraffe out because I know it's coming.
Stop it. Somebody did something that was like on some African royalty and had some animals. I saw
okay,
something. So that was a couple of years ago,
I
too.
just want to see a giraffe in Inglewood. That's all I want to see. Somebody get a fucking giraffe.
We done passed the monkeys, the tigers, all of that. You want
Now,
the
monkeys are
giraffe.
violent. Giraffes just, they gonna cool as long as they got.
Docile.
Yeah, as long as you ain't fucking with them. You know what I mean? And you feeding them and shit, they good with you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I-
Giraffes probably snap too. You don't want to get
I
no.
know,
You,
you
don't want
see-
to get no neck the wrong way.
You know what?
Not the neck.
Bang bang. Did you see that one video where the giraffe came out the motherfucking forest chasing them people?
Yeah.
And so I was like, what the fuck do you have to do to anger a giraffe? They motherfuckers be cooling. What did they do to piss this giraffe off? That motherfucker came out the shit like,
all
come
neck.
here, nigga, come here.
You see that sideways run they got? That
Yeah.
shit gangster to the motherfucker.
It
You
is.
like, what the fuck?
And they was like, go. I was like, yo, what did they do to this giraffe to make it that mad?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't want to. I take that back now. I don't want to see a giraffe in Inglewood because niggas will find a way to piss that motherfucker off.
Right.
Absolutely.
Nigga tame a giraffe in Inglewood for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen. When I started seeing niggas with squirrels on leashes, I was done.
You know what? I almost got put out the house. So whenever I go sit on the deck, the squirrels are coming there, walk along the deck and stuff like that. So when Pat come out, he always he reaching for slingshots. I'm like, leave him alone. So I done started naming the damn squirrels and shit. I don't know what they look like.
be feeding
So I'm
them?
like, Shelby is not bothering you. He be like, Shelby.
Get your ass
He
out.
be like, first time I catch Shelby in the house, your ass gonna be on
Your
the deck
ass
with
gonna
her.
be- Like, listen,
but I
put
do.
your ass on the outside of the door.
Right.
I do feed the
Listen,
squirrels.
I
They
know you
don't-
be feeding. That's why they.
Eddie
That's why they
feed the
go party.
squirrels.
Who?
Eddie, my grandbaby, she be like,
See?
and she put the food down, and they'll go eat it. And she look at me, it's like, shh, don't tell Pop Pop.
Listen. See, and that's why the motherfuckers be hanging out. They like, oh, they go to lady with the food.
Connecting to the internet.
Man, please.
Hey, Alexa just done.
Right.
You can't do that, G.
Alexa
Like,
took over the podcast.
she the feds,
Look
man.
at Alexa, you bitch ass nigga.
Right.
Like, shut your ass up. But no, look,
But
man. Stop
this
feeding
is
the
what I've
goddamn
heard.
squirrels.
Look, them squirrels probably keeping the possums and shit away from my porch. Anything keep a possum away is cool with me. But what I've been told, as far as some of these extravagant
Proms.
celebrations and proms and things of that nature. A lot of people, we live in a fucked up society. A lot of
Facts.
people feel like they may not live long enough to celebrate so many things.
I
You
get
know, you feel like,
I mean,
okay,
it is fucked up
yeah,
out here.
I get out of high school, who's to say, with the way shit is set up that I'm going to make it to college? Or if I make it to college, am I going to make it through? will I have a chance to get married? People wrapping their whole life up in a fucking prom.
Yeah.
Look, my son just told me, he said, Dad, everybody pregnant, dead, or incarcerated. He said, that's what it is.
Oh,
after
he
high
got it
school.
now? He got it?
Yeah. He see it now. He's like, he said, man, everybody big and pregnant, in jail, or dead. He's like, that's why I got to get up out of here. I said, oh, okay.
Bye.
Like, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even got to listen. You know, so I just needed you to see it. So
Isn't it great as a parent when your child come back and tell you something that you told them 30 times like you didn't know the shit? They come
Right.
back and school you with your shit.
man, you was right, Pop. You was right. Nigga, I knew I was right when I
You
said
just
it.
got to make sure it's more than just lip service, though. That's
Man.
True. I don't even say I know no more. I'm like, for real. And then I say some more shit to make her elaborate. I want to see how deep in the shit she is. Oh, you do get it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Fair
I've
enough.
seen that, and he I mean, the intricacies of it, he get it. Now, you just got to execute it. But I get it, man. But like, listen, we ain't playing in short term. We playing in long term. Because like I told him, I was like, listen, hey, man, you gonna be an adult way longer than you was a kid.
facts.
You know what I mean? So you got to have this grown shit together. You know what I mean? Youth is very short. It's very short. Being grown is very long if you live, you know, even if you live 50 years. That's motherfucking 30 years that you was grown as opposed to motherfucking 20. You know what I mean? So listen, it's a very what I say, you're gonna be older way longer than you're gonna be younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to
a
get this
blessing to
shit
get there.
together. So
But goddamn, it ain't no easy walk.
I don't have a problem with the prom shit. I just feel like it can be dialed back a little bit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's a formal. So you're supposed to be, you know, good and shit like that. But, like, you know, niggas is doing carriages and monkeys and tigers and all type of shit. And, yeah, I mean, it's a bit much. But, hey, man, it ain't my money.
And then going back to an apartment that they rent.
That's
Yeah.
a
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
shit
just
going back. They outside the apartment with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You in apartment 4B with a goddamn
right,
you know
all
what I'm
this
saying?
shit
Yeah,
going
it's-
on in front of a 24
What a-
unit courtway building.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
right. And that's a fact. Listen, my thing is this. I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do all you want, but I don't want to hear shit about how broke you are 6 months from now.
Ooh,
take
don't
your-
you put up a
Listen,
GoFundMe.
you took yourself off the list because I'm gonna be like, hey, so what the fuck was going on with the Maserati? You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that shit. I hear you though.
I hear you. You asked me for $30 and you just had a whole
You
monkey
just had a whole monkey
opening up a carriage for your daughter to come through.
and her little mermaid dress.
Yes.
But now you need $30 from me.
I was looking at this documentary yesterday on Moonshine, and they were talking about how they, you know, in the country and how they have to ferment things. And they
Oh,
had
okay,
this
yeah.
and do this and that and the other.
Yeah.
And they said that they always made their moonshine on Sunday mornings because all the nosy people was at church.
Yep.
I laughed so fucking hard because I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, boy.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, boy.
Right? Yeah.
And all the motherfuckers that was in the juke joint the night before in church smelling like moonshine.
Yeah.
Talking about praise him and won't he do it?
Won't he will?
Right. When your ass was out here juicing and fornicating and shit last
Baby,
night.
look, you know that's he know my heart. That's
Right.
right. He know my heart.
He's still working on me, face ass.
Yes, yes.
That's
Work in
everybody's
progress
favorite
here.
line. Hey, God's still working on me and he know my heart. Man, if you a hoe, just say that.
Oh, okay. Thotty McGillicuddy.
I was Thotty McGillicuddy once upon a time, but I own my shit.
Oh, once upon a time, not long
Long
ago,
ago.
I was a hoe,
Hey.
and I'm in it. I know.
Hey, facts, right?
Goddamn right. Listen, it
Oh
was
my God.
motherfucking goddamn it. Ain't no distribution going on down this
Oh
motherfucker.
Lord, now we're not going back there. Next,
I'm
next,
just saying.
you start singing
That's
about
what I'm
penis
saying.
again.
I was dropping dick off. You know what I mean?
Go
Drop it
ahead,
up.
go
I'm
ahead.
dropping dick off. Oh, I'm dropping dick off. Once upon a time, I was, you know. And
Damn shame. Now I like the song.
hey,
Little fake ass dropping
Right.
dick off.
The
Hey.
FedEx remix.
right. Oh, you want the overnight or you want the 2 day?
That's right.
Oh Lord.
You know what I mean? You know,
Right.
like,
What
you
can
know, the
Brown do-
overnight gonna
what can
cost you a
Brown
little
do for
bit
you?
more money. There we go. Like, listen.
Oh.
Hey, ground gonna take you about 3 to 5 days. Then you got the 2-day, but that overnight gonna cost you.
And
Lord
that
have
express will
mercy.
kill you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the whiskey or if my level of ignorance has increased since starting this podcast. But I'm with the shit, so go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, man, let's get off of here before we get in trouble.
Address issues.
All right, man. Barack Hussein Obama, our former president, what was he, number 44? He said that he wanted to do more for black people, but he couldn't because his hands were tied and he faced a lot of opposition. Nigga, if you were scared, just say that.
Institutional constraints.
If you were scared, just say that. Because every other president came in and showed you they didn't give a fuck about nothing but they people. But the thing is, you had to placate the motherfucking liberal white folks that put you there. You know what I'm saying? Because they cool with you doing shit for gay people. They cool with you doing shit for Asian people. They cool with you doing shit for police. They cool with you doing all type of shit, right? But what they not cool with is if you say, hey, I did this for black folks. You know what I'm saying? And you knew, oh my God, he's gonna, the black people are taking over. Like, listen, and when I hear white people be like, we're losing, I'm looking for my nigga prize in the mail every day. And it ain't came yet. Like, I'm like, no, ain't here yet. Go on.
My mail been slow too.
Yeah, like, listen, because when they say they're losing, what the fuck are we winning? Hey, man, my nigga prize ain't came yet.
No.
I would like it.
No
if anybody knows
reparations.
where it is, yeah, like, hey, I
Run
mean,
that.
U.S. Post Office, whatever. I'm looking for my prize for being black and shit, man.
Man, throw the tag on the door. I'll come pick it up from the hub if I got
listen,
to.
Right, like, listen, I mean, shit. Yeah, it's a location in each direction from my crib. Just let me know which one is that. I'm showing up to get it. So when they get to talking about that, man, here's the thing. You placated to those people in Pekin, Illinois. Like, listen, I ain't never seen a motherfucking black dude sit amongst all white folks in Pekin, Illinois. Pekin, Pekkin, and they loved you. You see what I'm saying? And these was so-called moderate Democrats in Pekin. But, listen, that football team is called the Peking Chinks.
Damn.
Yeah. You can't get
Only
no
you
more.
would know that.
Right.
I mean, Central Illinois. Me and Liz had to go there. When I first got down to ISU, I was a third key at this spot called Athletic Market. It was a sneaker store. And they shut down. We weren't supposed to shut down until April. They shut down in February on us. So, me and a couple of the homies and a couple of employees, we got our money's worth up out of there. Let's just say that. But I had to drive to Pekin where their home office was to get my last check. And that check was about, $700. You in college, $700 a lot of motherfucking bread.
That's a lot of money.
So me and Liz hop in the whip. We drive there. We get out the car at the Pekin Mall. It was somebody had a Great Dane in the back of a pickup. That motherfucker saw Liz get out the car, didn't blink. Motherfucker saw me get out the car. That motherfucker stood up looking at me like, nigga, do you know where you at? Like, me and this dog had a whole conversation without, you know what I'm saying? He looked at me, I'm looking at him, and he looking at me like, get the fuck out of here, fam. You know what I'm saying? Right? This how he looking at me. He looking at me like, nigga, no. And I'm looking at him like, I understand, bro, but they got my money and I need that shit. They got my paper. So
You
I had
need
to
to
bang
talk to somebody.
I had my bang on me too. You know what I mean?
But you sitting up here legitimizing your conversation with an
Look,
animal.
we had the whole eyeball. Me and this Great Dane had the whole eyeball conversation.
And he remembers it from the.
Listen,
Yeah.
he looked at me like, nigga, do you know where you at? And I looked at him like,
He cut off for the second episode in a row. I got his glass
no,
right.
look. He looking at me like, I'm like, nigga, they got my money. I'm going to get this. So we go get it. Like, we in the mall and people looking at us. And I'm like, hey, the niggas are coming. It's like, I just need my money. Went, got my money. And the owner of the place like, oh, you show. Nigga, you think I'm going to come in and get my money? Walked right up out that bitch, got in the car, peeled back off to Bloomington Normal without issue. But this is the people that Barack was having a barbecue with these people, shit like that.
Right.
Now imagine him, all of these people from Pekin who put him in office just in this state. Oh, he signed what for the niggers?
Yeah.
Ah! Pass out and shit. You know what I mean? Like, because these are the people that help get you in office. These are the people that are only, for equity and speak. And then they run back into their little gated communities and they hate your black ass too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So by your hands were tied, you didn't want to bite the hand that fed you. But again, this is why I always say, like, listen, they'll constantly give you motherfuckers who look like you, but they're not of your culture. Barack was raised by 2 white people in Hawaii. He ain't from the culture. Same thing with Kamala. She was raised by an Indian woman. Right. You know what I mean? Which was her mom, And this is the same woman. I'm not going to do anything that specifically benefits black people, but then she signs this anti-Asian hate bill.
Right.
And now we looking at you like, hey, bitch, remember? Hey, hi. You know what I mean? Like, is this thing on? And this is why I tell y'all motherfuckers, be careful, beware the Trojan horse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker look like you, but it's not of you. Because they ain't never gonna allow, and we can make it happen, but they won't allow it if we leave it within their power, right? A motherfucker who's of us and from our culture to really get into that office. Because you see when Said was like, if we had a real black president when he had his own show, and they was like, well, Mr. President, last night we saw you, he was like, dog, my wife here.
Yeah.
But you gonna... That nigga came off the podium. Dog, you just gonna keep asking me these motherfucking questions and my wife, because you know that's how that shit gonna go.
Absolutely. Which
ain't
means
gonna be
Jay
no beer
will
garden.
never be president.
Yeah, which means
and
like...
you will never be wearing chucks and pearls for my black ass either.
Like, dog, you just gonna... Oh, we saw you in the strip club last night. Nigga, my wife is here. But you... Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, fam, go and step outside. Me and you gotta have a conversation.
But you know what? You also have to look at this. So what kills me is that every president has done things in their own right. And my grandmother used to always tell me that I would cut my nose off to spite my own face. And I'm like, well, if the nose acting funny, that bitch don't deserve to smell. If you a problem, you got to go.
You got to go.
If I feel some type of way about something, I'm going to do what I got to do regardless of the recourse. Every president has taken their hit for what they felt was right. Trump came in right after Barack, showed his whole entire ass, didn't give a fuck about being racist, didn't give a fuck about being unfair, didn't give a fuck about being self-serving. He did what the fuck he wanted to do. And okay, Barack, you tap dance your first term. Second term, they couldn't do shit to you.
You ain't had no more elections.
There was nothing else to lose as a black man. I'm going to use that term a little loosely, but as a black man, as a father of black children, as the husband of a black wife, there has to be a point where you stand up for what you supposedly believe in. You had all these issues in 2012 where you said as much as you could about Trayvon. You said as much as you could in 2014 about Mike Brown and the whole Ferguson shit. You did this, you did that. At some point, balls to the walls, motherfucker. Trump did it for no fucking reason at all.
Just
and
I'm
you
here?
Felt like you couldn't do it when your whole fucking race is being desecrated, when children are dying, when you're raising kids that could potentially be put in all this bullshit at a later date. I mean, as a parent, as a black man, as a fucking president, you were in a pretty good position to make some fucking noise.
Hey.
And you gone and you still ain't making noise.
Like the brother minister said, you got to understand, before he was elected, he was selected.
Yeah. So he was groomed.
You know, so my whole thing with that is this. I don't be wanting to hear that shit because, and I know I always piss off the Barack is Jesus crowd. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, listen, y'all motherfuckers stay mad at me. You ain't gonna do shit. But I always say, like, listen, he was a great symbol. And I always say that. Yeah. He was a great symbol. Nothing else. Like, listen, in the midst of motherfuckers getting killed, motherfuckers of my hue getting killed, you signed a blue alert law. You signed a law to protect police. When they was killing us, you signed a law to protect them. Yeah, nigga. Oh, you thought I forgot. Oh, you thought I forgot. You thought I forgot. You had put up on You put up on them motherfucking shoes and you sat at that thing and you signed. You thought I forgot, didn't you, nigga? Nope, didn't forget. In the midst of Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown, you signed the law protecting police. You hoe ass nigga, you. Listen, I love you as a symbol, but as a man, you got some things to atone for. And also, I pissed people off when I said he's partially to blame for pussifying the image of black men globally, of black men in America. Because that beer garden shit, that pussify. I'm like, listen, remember once upon a time, like, that was David Banner who said, I asked my white friend, said, once upon a time, were you afraid to call a black man a nigger? Yeah, I was terrified. Because I knew I would get the shit slapped out of me and my ass whooped. Are you afraid now? No, because the worst they're going to do is pull out that phone and put it on social media and not do shit about it. Mm-hmm. Millennials and Gen Z, we got y'all to thank for that shit. That was y'all soft-ass president that did that shit, right? Listen, because if you do that shit to me, we still going to move some furniture, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we going to move some shit around. And we going to bounce off some shit and possibly the concrete. So, I always, that beer garden shit, that was the perfect opportunity for you to say, hey, these cops were wrong. These cops assumed this. You invited these motherfuckers for a beer, and they still walked away, was like, all right, like, whatever, nigga. Yeah. Fuck you. All right, we came to Washington, D.C. to have some free beers with the president. Thanks, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas knew who Dr. Henry Louis Gates was, but they were upset, like, listen, most of these motherfuckers don't really pass psych evaluations. Mm-hmm. Most of these motherfuckers were bullied in school or they're closet racist. You know what I mean? And these are the motherfuckers, like, the FBI told y'all motherfuckers, 6 years ago that this is what was happening to police forces across the fucking country. Mm-hmm. And nobody listened. They said that shit during Barack's tenure.
Shit, they heard it, but they just didn't give a fuck. It wasn't what they cared about. You know, when you ain't talking about what a motherfucker care about, you ain't saying shit.
Hey, when the feds keep tapping on the president and the Department of Justice door like, hey, fam. And you're like, well, I don't know. You know, my hands are tied. Boy, get your bitch ass out of here. If you're scared, nigga, say you're scared. That's all I'm saying. Don't give me the fucking, like, right now, you know, Michelle selling books and you probably got a book coming out and you need these speaking gigs. So now a lot of these motherfucking black kids that you're going in front of are like, nigga, we not excited by you. You didn't do shit.
At all. And
all you did was sit here.
You want to come out now and say that you had constraints while you were in office. Okay, well, you don't have those constraints anymore. What the fuck has changed?
And you still won't speak up.
You're still not doing anything.
You still won't speak up.
You know, but that's a part of the culture's fault for accepting charisma, accepting excuses.
And accepting motherfuckers like who ain't of your culture. Like, listen, here's the thing. Just because a motherfucker look like you don't mean they of your tribe.
Just because they skin folk don't mean they kin folk.
And I always tell motherfuckers, I said, listen, and I say this respectfully and disrespectfully. Black people need to become more tribal. We need to become more tribal in how we move. Like, listen, everybody has their struggle. But until we get what we want, you can't sit with us. And that's how I feel all the time. Like, listen, I was just telling my wife who's Mexican, I was like, listen, Latinas deserve their space, like, you know, for them. And it's cool if nobody else is invited in it. Everybody deserves a space. She's like, well, you know how it is, because there was some shit going on with her sorority, right? I was like, she's like, well, you know, but then we get called out. Who gives a fuck? If this is my space, and I'm unapologetic about it. And that's the problem.
And this is the thing. Don't be worried about what anybody else is going to say. What works for you works with you. Your marriage, you ain't inviting no more dick into it, and you can't be blamed for that. You know, whatever your space is and whatever your thing is, you got to just have that. Because dealing with other cultures sometimes, dealing with other people, genders, just dealing with life in general can be overwhelming as fuck. You do have to have something that is just for you. And even if you happen to be Mexican and the other motherfuckers in the space is Mexicans too, then you have your Mexican space, whatever is therapeutic. Mm-hmm. But everybody ain't invited.
Everybody ain't invited.
Everybody is not invited.
That's a fact.
You know? Integration can be a bitch.
Integration was the worst shit that ever happened to us. And I
Okay.
say that all the time, and people be like, oh my God. I said, because if you look at our community pre-integration, you had black business. Even let's take the West Side, Sean. Remember when we was little, you had black businesses all up and down motherfucking Madison.
Everybody,
All up and
grandparents
down.
owned
Everybody
everything.
owned a candy store or
Laundromat,
or a
grocery-
gas station or a little corner store, a little grocery store. You know what I mean? Even the little local grocery store was black owned. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like
Yep.
and as we integrated and we start moving over to where white folks was feeling like that water was wetter, it wasn't. We lost it all. It forced us to be self-sufficient.
Right.
It forced us to be self-sufficient. So while you was running to their shit, they came to your shit and bought up everything.
Absolutely. And charged your ass $6 for a gallon of milk that was expiring in 2 days.
Facts though. So again, like I mean, I've done whole spills on this shit before, like, man, and people be like, well, I said integration was the worst shit that ever happened to us. And
not
like,
just integration on a racist level. Integrating of anything that is yours, regardless of what it is, can be detrimental. It's not always the right thing to do. Be okay with that's the problem. A lot of motherfuckers just can't handle being with themselves.
be more tribal. You can't sit with us if you not
Exactly.
on the same accord. Like, listen, I want to see you eat, just not at my table. And that be some real shit for me. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I want to see you eat, just not at my fucking table because we ain't even on the same wavelength, my G. We just ain't on the same.
Yeah, the
we
way
not-
you chew fucking bothers me. Stay over
I
there.
don't know if I'm going that far.
I
like,
am
but-
going
It
that
get
far.
there sometimes.
I know. Yeah.
Be like, nigga, why you smacking?
Right.
Move! Motherfucker, these motherfuckers. Them nigga, I hate them motherfuckers.
Look, I can't even chew gum at home because apparently I chew like a prostitute, and
Wait,
and
what?
my daughter
How
don't
do
like it.
prostitutes chew?
Baby, I don't know because the gum just be good to me, but my daughter don't like it, my son don't like it, my husband don't like
Be
it.
smacking.
Edie gonna tell me when she start talking she don't like it either because they gonna tell her that shit. But I chew
You
my
just
gum.
outnumbered, huh?
But hey, I chew my gum by myself.
About my lonely.
I
And
chew
I'm
my
okay
gum all
with
by
that.
my lonely.
By
Fine
my
and
goddamn
phony.
self.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know? But that's what most people lack. The
But-
ability to be with themselves, to be
Listen.
okay with themselves. And they keep running to people for acceptance and they get the dick in the booty every time.
Yeah, and it's okay to show empathy to other people's causes without taking it on because I always tell people, I said, like, listen, and I say this to black men in particular, you have a set of issues that are unique to you. You can't like be like, oh, you gotta respect the sister, queen, mother, this, that, and the other. Nigga, your shit ain't even together. Let's all sit down and get our shit together because black women are crushing it. Niggas gotta catch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I feel you, Rob, but I'm talking about on the surface. Rob, like, nah, I don't feel that.
Nah.
But I'm saying they're crushing it as far as the surface goes,
What you
right?
mean? Give me an
As
example.
far as like, you know, education,
have to get Rob
businesses, shit like that.
See, that's why I think that they're. I don't think that they're the most educated. I think
No,
that
no,
they're
no,
the
no.
most
I'm not, I
indoctrinated.
don't
You know
even
what I'm
agree
saying?
with that. I just
You
think
know.
that's some shit they push forward. I ain't talking
Yeah.
about them. I'm talking about the media. But I said it all feels like they're crushing it. They because they've had to crush it because we've been so downtrodden as black men, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're catching up. Like we're getting educated. We the businesses like, dude, we on their ass. But what I'm saying is like we have as black men. I watch niggas cape so fucking hard, like, yo, fam, our shit ain't even together. They already moving and shaking. We're catching them, but we have to catch up. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you getting to it. I'm getting to it. We know a gang of motherfuckers who getting to it, right? But at the same time, we have a set of issues that are unique to us. And the thing that irks my soul, if the brothers is having a conversation, like, listen, I'm going to tell you the way that I'm wired, and this is finna be some petty shit.
Oh, Lord.
Listen, I posted a picture, I don't know if you saw my Flashback Friday of me and my sons when they were little. I posted that picture, but then on my Twitter, I posted that, and then I posted the one from my nephew's wedding. I said, then and now. And this white girl showed up and was like, oh, 3 kings. And it fucked with me. And it shouldn't have, but it did. I'm like, because I was like, why are you here? I mean, and I know it was a compliment, but it's like, this ain't, hey, little mama, I appreciate you.
You didn't
ain't
respond,
really
did you?
No, I just let it
Thank
go.
you.
I just said thank you. I said thank you, but it fucked with me. And I'm like, damn,
Petty
does that make
king
me a
and two
fucking
kings.
racist? Does that make me a fucking racist? But then I had black and Latin women commenting on it, and I didn't feel nothing. I was like, oh, thanks, sis, thanks, this. But when the white girl's like, and she got half black daughters, so I get it, right? And I went to her page, she's like, oh, 3 kings. I
You
was
have to
like,
go check her credentials. Can you call me king? What gives you the authority
first of
to
all,
call me king?
I was like, it was cringe. It was like, I was like, oh, what do I say? So I go to her shit and I see she got 2 half black daughters and shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Then she got like Black Lives Matter all on her shit. And like, honestly, when I go to white people shit and the first thing I see is Black Lives Matter, I'm like, oh, and I tune out. You know what I mean? I tune out because it's like, okay, you one of them. You know, it's like, dude, you don't have to cap that hard. Just be you. Look, Sean looking like you so childish. That, like, listen, and white women, nothing against y'all. My safety and my well-being comes first because I have to go home to my wife and my kids, and I need to make sure I get home to them. And being next to you, I might end up in a box for having to do something to a motherfucker for trying to do something to me for being next to you. So honestly, and I have listen, you know, rest in peace, like Sarah, like AKA Mikey. Mikey was one of my best friends. I posted a picture of me and her. Like, that was like the one person, like, and me, her and I used to talk about that shit all the time. You know, like when I was up in Lake County, Illinois, when me and Liz was living and working up that way. But like, honestly, they make me like fucking nervous. I'll give you a perfect example. One night we was in this place called The Cove, and it's this little club and shit, right? And
Did you say the Cove?
The Cove, yeah.
Up there by Waukegan?
Uh-huh. You remember The
Lord.
Cove?
Yeah, all the way back in the dark in that golf course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we in there, Liz and another one of her homegirls from college. I said, just meet me here. Me and some of my people gonna be here. We in there. Now this fucking Italian girl is on my heels all night. I don't even know this bitch, right? And like, you know, she up in my face talking to me, trying to like lick my head, kiss my, I'm like, bitch, go. So mind you, right, I'm standing there, I'm talking to my people. She walk up to me and start dancing. I'm backing up. Bitch just hugs me and like bites my neck and tries to put a hickey on my neck. And I'm like this. And at this point, guess who walks in the club? Liz. And her girl. And she looking like motherfucker. So, you know, she made a beeline over there. And I'm over there and I muffed the old girl off. And she like, who the fuck is that? I said, I don't know this bitch. She's been on me all night. Now I'm nervous because I really wanted to foot sweep the bitch.
I do none.
Right. I wanted to foot, but like Liz clearly saw that I was like, bitch, get off me. So she wasn't mad at me. She was ready to scrap with old girl. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but I really wanted to foot sweep the bitch and then body slam her, but I couldn't. You know what I mean? Because we're here, and if I do this, I'm instantly wrong, and I'm going to jail.
He be ready as hell. This
know,
nigga
right?
had a whole foot sweep for the bitch.
But this is the position that I'm in as a black man, dealing with this white woman who basically just sexually assaulted me.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay, nigga. I'm traumatized. I'm not okay. Look at my face. This is not an okay face, nigga. Listen, talking about this shit has my blood pressure up again. You know what I mean? It's all bad, man. It's fucked up.
I wish I had one of them little dolls. Show me on the doll where she touched you.
Look, I'm talking. Imagine you talking to motherfuckers just like, ooh, I'm like, oh, shit. What the fuck? And I look up and I see Liz standing in the motherfucking entrance like, oh, I'm going to kill everybody. That's the face she had on it. And I'm like, don't kill me. She did this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you trying to explain that.
But she saw it. She saw it. She was like, and like, so she walked up, she pushed me behind her.
That's the move, Liz.
But you see how little she is, how much big she like, get your bitch ass behind me.
And you went.
And I went willingly. Okay. I'm back there like,
back there.
because I'm violated.
Liz, your hair smell good.
No, she was heated, but this is the type of shit that I mean. Like I'm nervous around white women because I know my safety is in jeopardy if she sneezes and falls down. I did it. You know what I mean? Like, so for me to see a nigga like Barack talking about there was nothing he could do, nigga, you went to Harvard. You know what I mean? You know how this shit go. You know how this shit go. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I've seen motherfuckers get rape charges because they didn't want to fuck white women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing.
It is.
And like this is like,
or because they fucked them.
yeah.
And then when their brother, their daddy found out, they didn't want to admit that they was down with the swirl, that they initiated
Shout
it
out
and all of that.
To that one football player, I can't remember what school he was from. Them two white women came to his crib and he had it all on tape. Came to his crib, crawled into bed, got naked. He smashed them both. They left. He get out the shower. They on the news talking about they were sexually assaulted. And his teammate was like, bro, you see this? And his teammate was a white guy. He was like, hey, meet me at the police station. Bring your tapes. He's like, because I know. He was like, I got this whole shit on tape. That shit was on tape. But my problem was nothing happened to them two white girls. Nothing happened to. But like, so for me, like, Barack being a black man, and I use the term loosely, right? Knowing this shit, for him not to do anything to help us, I can't accept that. I can't accept that because I've seen every other president. Like, I remember Mitt Romney got in trouble when he was running. He said, like, listen, there's half the country that just ain't fucking with us, and fuck them. Like, I don't give a fuck anyway. You know, I'm here for y'all. And that's the realest shit ever. Yo ho ass was trying to cater to everybody, you know, instead of just catering to the motherfuckers who really needed you.
Yep. And not trying to make an impact in the world that your children, your grandchildren, I mean, even if it was a selfish reason, as a parent, I'm going to do whatever's going to benefit my child. My child happens to be black, so I'm on the black side of that shit. You let it be. You've seen so many other presidents before and after you that went for their convictions, went for what they believed in, went against the grain, went against the House, the Senate, they mama. And you decided to be silent. Number one, that second term should have been balls to the walls. Right. It ain't shit you can do to me now. You felt constrained in the first one. Okay, whatever. Speak out a little bit more. Do something before you get up out that motherfucker.
When I won the second election, I'd have put my balls on the desk and pissed everywhere and be like, this is what my motherfucking presidency gonna be like. Fuck you niggas. You know what I mean?
And I'd have voted for you again if they'd opened the polls.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it should have been like. But hey, man, look. Yeah. Scared money don't make no money, man. Y'all niggas need to quit being scared. And by y'all niggas, I mean
was more of a real nigga than
that
44.
He was mad, wasn't he?
That nigga.
What? Shit, man, wasn't he?
Trump do a couple of lines, come out and just China.
I was like, you keep calling this the China virus because it's from China. And then he get his little snort on, let you know he been fucking with that girl before he hit the podium and shit.
Yes. But, I mean, that Barack, hey.
You the out-of-pocket nigga of the week. You definitely the out-of-pocket nigga of the week. You could have kept that shit to yourself because we knew that already. You thought you was going to get some sympathy, didn't you, boy? Nope. Boy, we knew you was a hoe a long time ago. You just admitted it. You just admitted, hey, y'all, I'm sorry I was a hoe-ass nigga. Apology not accepted, but you cool. You know, I rock with you because I fuck with Michelle. I cut y'all about Michelle.
Thank you for the symbol. Thank you for being able to, us being able to say, see, I told you can be anything you want to be. You can be the president when you grow up. Thank you for the symbol.
I'm happy my mama got to see that shit. You know, my grandma got to see it. My great aunts got to see it. You know, I'm happy. You know, it made them, it jerked some tears out of them and it made them feel like anything was possible, even though you didn't do shit. But what you did do is you went out of your way to chastise black mothers and fathers and motherfucking kill Africans and Afghanis, but you didn't do shit to motherfucking help us over in this motherfucker. All right, cool, nigga. Mother made you, mother had you, motherfuck you. May you have a good life. Moving right along.
I'm going to sleep.
All right, man, let's get to this last topic. The last topic is churches ain't feeling. Millennials and Gen Zers have done a mass exodus of fucking organized religion, be it the Muslim faith, the Christian faith, the Buddhist faith. They ain't going. They just ain't going.
That's right.
And I ain't mad at it. A lot of people are. And L ain't here to defend it, but because he,
So basically, what's going on with Jesus in 2021?
right. Like why y'all ain't fucking with Jesus?
The kids now, they believe in what they see.
Yeah.
With the way that the world is today, there is nothing godly about it.
But here's my thing. How am I supposed to believe what you telling me when the Pentagon just told me aliens is real?
Here's the thing, man. Religion from your oppressor is always a hard pill to swallow.
I can't do it.
It just
do
is. Our parents went for it or what have you, but religion from your oppressor.
You can't shame me with the same shit you oppressed me with.
You can't. It's just rough.
This is the same
it's
shit
rough.
you used to enslave me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Told me that you was my master ordained by God.
Yeah.
And okay, your God wanted me to be a slave. How am I supposed to rock with that?
And I don't like nobody who accepts that,
No,
what
me
I'm saying?
neither.
But it's just
leave me
hard pill
alone
to
about
swallow,
it.
man. It really is.
That's how I feel. Leave
And
me
I
the
mean,
fuck alone about it.
everybody finds a form. I honestly look at religion as a coping mechanism. You know,
Of course.
I look at that
really
shit as
do.
a cult.
It could be a cult. Some of them are that deep.
Yeah.
But like I said, a coping mechanism. Some people function better within themselves by thinking outside of themselves. Oh, well, there's a higher power. I got to give it over to him.
Yeah.
And I got to do this and I got to do that. So it makes them feel like anything that is beyond their control is of a higher power. And
that's
will
cool.
work out in the end. What's hurting me now won't hurt me later because God said.
Right.
So, it's always, I think, look at it as a
Here's
coping
what I'm
mechanism.
tired of. God gonna work it out. Boy, y'all been saying that shit for how long? Boy, the slaves was in the field saying that shit. God
Yeah.
gonna work it on
But he didn't
out.
say that it wasn't going to hurt. He didn't say there wouldn't be storms. But he promised the sun. Just like
What
the
sun that
weatherman.
though?
But just like the weatherman. I mean, hey, if he get a 80-degree forecast right one day out the summer, that's weather Jesus.
And I feel like he's
Boy, I
sitting there
knock all
looking
this
like,
shit over.
if you don't get your stupid ass out there and make this shit happen, I done gave you everything I could possibly give you. Like your parents tell you, I done gave you everything I could possibly give you to make this right. And you sitting your stupid ass.
Now, I won't say that I'm 100% against religion.
No,
so
I'm not.
there are some things.
I'm against
like,
their religion.
But see, just like what you said, I've given you everything. Get up there and do something. Now, yes, I'm a firm believer in faith without work is dead. Nothing's gonna fall out of the sky.
That's a
Even
fact.
if you think you're gonna win the lottery, you still got to get your dumb ass up and go buy the
Gotta play the
ticket.
game.
Big
That's
facts.
right. That's
So
right.
I believe in some of those things, but these kids don't believe in shit. They
don't
don't
believe
believe
in
in
No,
nothing.
they don't.
All they
But-
believe is
but
motherfucking
rap-
flaming hot meat and cheese, twerking.
Everything nowadays is like, what you gonna do about it?
It's the
You know what I'm saying?
reckoning. I just said this morning.
Nobody
I
want-
said
They want to sit back and wait for government, police
Yeah.
to do something. Man,
Yeah.
that shit crazy to me.
people
I just
talk
don't
about,
understand it.
accountability
oh, you
or-
can't be vengeful. Make no mistake, it's the reckoning. It's not. Listen, my energy was level. The scale was
Yeah.
balanced.
Yeah.
You came along and you took a weight out my scale, and now it's here. And now I have to come kick that weight out your fucking ass to
Facts.
reckon this and make the scale back right again. So it ain't revenge, it's the reckoning. You fucked up my energy over here. Now I got to kick your motherfucking ass to make this energy right again.
No, but see, they always worry about how you came back at their ass, but they don't.
They never talk
don't-
about what
They never
what
talk
started.
about exactly.
Right.
Now you gonna say, "Oh, you don't have to get me back like that," but you didn't have to bring your whole ass over here
You
fucking
don't
with me.
have
either.
to meet. You don't get to meter my fucking retaliation. If
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Hey, man, don't say nothing else to me because I'm feeling the way," and you say something else to me, and I slap the shit out of you, you had the option to not say anything to me,
Right.
but you chose option B. So
Exactly.
I chose option A to slap sparks out your stupid
Exactly,
ass.
because I control this whole area over here, and I was good in that shit. You had all of that.
You came fucking with me.
You crossed the gun line, boss.
Right. Tell about the gun line, boss. You know what I mean? Shit.
And now you mad because you're toe on the bottom of my foot in your ass.
Listen, man, if a motherfucker come to your door and they know on the other side of that door you're willing to do whatever it takes to remain here, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's very different.
It's extremely different.
One of the problems is we don't do shit. We sit back, we march. Who the fuck gives a fuck? If I know that I can do
Like they
whatever
said,
the fuck,
we pull out our phones and start recording.
Right. If I know I can do whatever the fuck I think, that whatever comes to mind to you, and all you're gonna do is march, Hell yeah, it's a free fall. I'm like, man, we can go over here and attack these people all the time. You know, they're not gonna do shit but march,
Listen.
and they're gonna beg us
Yeah.
to be more merciful. The
Bro.
fuck out of
Not
here.
even that. They gonna buy us T-shirts for the march and put their business logo on the back
Get it.
and have us marching and marketing.
Hey, listen.
Goof ass
so it's
niggas.
time out for that shit.
Hell
Just like,
no,
man,
we
the
won't
men-
go.
know-
Brought to you by
you know-
Kellogg's.
Bro, listen, I was just watching Equal Standard before I came over here, right? The Ice-T flick. Like, so this cop got off bogusly shooting this dude, right? It's a movie that Ice-T executive produced.
Oh, okay.
With Selena Johnson, Fredro Starr, Ice-T, a lot of them, and it's a dope movie.
Is it a
Like-
recent movie? Or
Yeah, it
older
just
movie?
came out.
Oh,
It just
did it?
came
And
out.
what's the name of it?
Okay.
Equal Standard.
Okay.
It goes to streaming June 8th. I just got to connect where I got the stream before that. I'm saying, like, shout out to the homie Tyrell. You know, but look, so,
Boucher.
but look, peep. So it was like, oh, there'll be no charges against this officer. Boom, boom, boom. And the officers in the police parking lot celebrating with the other officers. Huh? You know, he's all like, and they shaking hands. And the dude that died, his
I wanna
brother
say I
walked
saw
up.
a preview of
Yeah,
that.
he said, hey, he yelled out his name. Pop, 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 pop. Knocked his ass down. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, listen, guess what? Guess what they won't be quick to do no more? People only respect money and violence. These are the only things people respect. They respect money and they respect violence. If I slap the shit out of you and you don't do nothing about it, next time I see you and I'm feeling good, I might slap the shit out of you
I'll
again.
be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Until you do something to stop it.
That's it.
Yep. You can't
But-
just sit there hoping they stop coming back and slapping you.
How the same motherfuckers that's constantly committing violence against you is telling you violence ain't the answer? I don't get that. They kill you, and then violence ain't the answer. And then what would Jesus do? Oh, God. And just a lot of these fucking millennials and Gen Zers, no matter what color, because they not buying it, because a lot of these kids, because y'all closed all the black schools, so now a lot of your white kids and your Latino kids and your Asian kids are in school with these black kids, and they all homies now, and they all rocking together.
Facts.
So ain't none of them buying your bullshit no more.
And then you go on their television stations to explain to them the oppression that they're inflicting upon you. It's like going to the bully and telling the bully how much he's affecting your life. He's like, yeah, I know, nigga, I do this shit every day. I wake up every day thinking,
And I'ma take your
can
lunch
fuck
money
you up.
tomorrow.
Right. Fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
It's crazy.
Now I'm gonna need twice as much
Right.
lunch money
'Cause
to
you
listen
talk
to
too
this
much.
bullshit.
You sitting there trying to explain to me what I'm doing to you. I know
when
what
I
I'm
know
doing.
what
to
I'm
you.
doing.
It's like, come on, man, stop it. You know, so
Say what you want. And I hate that too. I understand that there's something to be said for closure, but sorry don't erase none of that shit. I'm not finna chase you for a fucking sorry. Fuck all that.
That
I
thing,
could make you sorry.
I don't
I'd
want.
rather make you sorry.
I don't want your sorry. I don't even want your money. Anything short of bringing my child back into my home is unacceptable. Oh, they paid them millions of dollars. You can't keep your money. You can't, like, listen, you can't pay. There's no dollar amount that you can give me to make this okay. But I know what's going to make it okay. And I can't say it here, and I won't say it here, but I know what's going to make it okay.
you already know.
You know what the
You
fuck you
understand
mean?
what I'm saying? Like,
What's
so.
already known.
Hey, what's already understood don't never have to be discussed. But like, listen, oh, they offered you
Right.
$7 million. Take that $7 million and shove it up your motherfucking ass.
And take that $7 million and protect yourself. I'll see you later.
Exactly. I see you later. That's it.
I'll see you
That's
later.
it.
You
I'm on
need
my
that
way.
more than
Listen,
I do.
Yeah.
and it's crazy because I'm watching this movie and the police chief brings in the black detective who shot the white detective who shot him. He was like, listen, my heart goes out to your family. It goes out to the McKenzie family as well. He's like, look, I know what you finna do. He take off his badge and his gun and go to hand it to dude. He said, no. He said, like, listen, I'm relieving you of duty. Just know that I'm on your side. And then he pushed his gun back to the black cop. You gonna need this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because he already know what these white boys is coming to try to do to him,
Yeah.
right? And basically he like, look, I'm getting you out of the department to protect you, but keep your gun because you don't need this motherfucker, bro. You know, because he know, but like, listen, but these are the same motherfuckers that'll tell you violence ain't necessary.
Facts.
But when it come to them, they condone that shit.
Yes.
You understand? So you can't tell me not to harm you when you can't. Again, you don't. It goes back to you don't get to meter my fucking retaliation. And a lot of these Gen Z and millennial kids just ain't buying that shit because a lot of these religions is telling them to turn the other cheek. And
then like, I only got two.
I've turned both of them already. I don't have a third one to turn. So fuck what I'm supposed to do.
And a lot of them are in positions where they feel like they don't have anything to gain nor anything to lose. And that's a dangerous place when you're trying to bargain with a motherfucker. These kids none seen the worst of the worst. It's shit that I haven't seen in my 43 years, and these kids saw it in their first 12.
Yeah.
So you can't tell them shit.
I told you I knew it was all bad for me when I first went to my therapy session. I was like, yeah, so I saw my first shooting at 5, and she was looking like, what, 5? You in kindergarten? I'm like, yeah. Bitch, like, what's wrong with you? Right. Why you ain't see one?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck around with you.
Man.
You slow?
Right. You know what I'm saying? She looking at me like, oh my God, Jerome, what's wrong with you? No, bitch, what's wrong with you? Why your life ain't like mine? Bitch, my life is real.
Like
everything signed and sealed. You know what I mean?
Why my glass ain't like yours?
Oh.
Fix it, Jay.
See what I'm saying?
Because I've been talking.
Right.
Yeah. He's been passionate as hell over here.
Do something to make me feel better.
Hey, man.
I'm saying.
That's my shit.
Hey, man, but that's what it is, though. But, you know.
But that accident, because, like, listen, you guys aren't giving them, and shout out to my homie Rev, Reverend Boyd. Like, Rev is a young, brash asshole, spent most of his youth being a fuck up like the rest of us. So his church is packed. But like, you know, he was born to do this shit, but like he don't really rely on the word in the Bible. He relies on his testimony because, you know, this motherfucker done so dope. He done did it all. Now this motherfucker is a fucking sharpshooter and a fucking gun instructor and the police and the pastor.
Yeah.
But this nigga done so dope. He done did everything. He's a fuck up like us, you know, like, you know.
But I can respect that.
Yeah. Right.
What I don't want is a motherfucker that never walked in my shoes trying to tell me to tiptoe around some shit.
Right.
We not doing that. So if I can see that you've been through some things, and that's what a lot of kids need to see. That's what mentorship is about and all of that. Yeah. It's not just about what you should be doing. It's about, this is what I did. This is how I changed it. You need to be an example. You know, don't say I'm a work in progress. Be able to show your work. Yeah. This is where I was. This is where I came. Yeah.
I remember telling the principal at Sin, the 2019-2020 school year, I said, these kids will never relate to y'all like they relate to me and Coach Jones because we used to be them. And they see what we are now. And we have tangible proof of what we came through and what we came from. And so they're going to listen when we say something, as opposed to you who went to fucking Catholic school and your biggest problem was your parents was mad that you snorted cocaine at a party. You know, bitch, I was selling the cocaine that you snorted. You know what I mean? So that's the
statute of limitations has expired on.
Oh yeah, but
I don't know, but you know,
man, it's 2021. You know. We talking like, boy, I ain't sold no dope since 1997. Shit, that shit been a rap. You know what I mean? Shit, the shit we talking over damn near 25 years ago. Shit, like, listen, hey, y'all niggas should have caught me when I had the shit. Fuck y'all. So, Pete, next week gonna be a little different on here. And y'all will see it. We have a forum. We got the homie JR Bang from Some Dude coming, and the homie YP, aka Backwood Jones. We gonna have this forum on black men versus the media and black men in the media, and cause we got some real shit, some points that we gotta really get across, and those are my brothers, so I need them in my face when we had this discussion, and you know, we're gonna get it cracking, so it's gonna be an interesting one. So yeah, man, until next time, I am Jay Hollins,
and I'm gonna be Shine now and forever.
You better fucking know it. And this has been episode 24 of motherfucking Fake Decent the podcast. We will catch y'all on episode 25. Holla.
It's Fake Decent.